we're also seeing it really take off in interviewing. How can we think about scheduling interviews, supporting the interview process through a conversation? How can we think about onboarding? How can we think about providing a better new hire experience through a conversation where a new hire who might not be comfortable asking certain questions about bringing lunch on the first day or about a parking pass, would feel more comfortable doing that through a conversation versus calling a manager on Sunday night and asking those questions. There's a lot of different use cases even beyond talent acquisition and employee experience, but we're seeing this area of conversational AI really taking off for organizations. What we found in the research is that, and you don't see this on the slide, but I'll share it, is that in 2019, when we started looking at conversational AI, we saw that only 7% of companies were investing in this area. Then, fast forward to, the end of 2020, and we saw 36% of companies. And then at the end of last year, 42% of companies were using or planning to use conversational AI in some way to support their talent acquisition needs. And again, there's different providers out there. There's different providers to consider. There's just a differentiation that I want to make here that I think is a really important one. And I think if you've used conversational AI at all as a consumer, you probably can relate to this. There are chatbots and chatbot experiences where you are asking a question and you're getting a response, which is a loaded FAQ. It's a loaded response that everyone is going to get when they ask this question. And when you can't get your question answered, the chatbot sort of stops working because it's not able to respond to anything new. It's not intelligent. It's not learning. Conversational AI is intelligence. It gets smarter. It helps actually take the work on. It's not just pushing work off. It takes the work on. And the big difference here is that intelligence piece. It's the assistant. It's getting smarter the more companies use it, and it's actually taking a lot of that work on. So again, there are different providers out there. Some providers are offering a chatbot. If you use an ATS, you probably have seen your ATS provider offering some chatbot capabilities, but conversational AI and its ability to really understand talent, understand your organization, help candidates get their questions answered, and then help to take that work on for recruiters is a very different model and a very different experience. So I definitely encourage you to go through this process as a consumer and just see different examples of when something is a chatbot and something is conversational AI, and then start to ask those same questions of providers and see what those experiences are like. There's different providers that actually have conversational AI that have said that when candidates use them and have this experience, they use emojis, they say thank you, this was great, as if they're talking to a human. This excited response, this interaction that you wouldn't get from just a chatbot, which is just answering your questions and causing at some point probably some frustration. We're seeing that candidates actually would embrace the opportunity to have some response when many of them don't receive any response at all.